Hello, and welcome to Tanya's Beauty Box. I am Tanya, and we are going to do a get ready with me. Again, I have absolutely nowhere to go. I'm doing it, I'm seeming to do these get ready with me at night because in the morning, even though I didn't have to go to work today because it's MLK Day, in the mornings, I tend not to have that much time. And I also had my niece this weekend, and I kept her until today because it was a extra day off, technically. She had to go to school, excuse me. And, ooh, for some reason or other, I have had some kind of allergy attack. And it just occurred to me to take some medicine about 40 minutes ago, but I've been going through it all weekend. I don't know what the heck's going on, but I just took some medication for whatever reason. I don't know what I was thinking about, but that's neither here nor there. But typically in the mornings, on the workday mornings, I don't have time because I don't get up early enough to do anything. However, it just seems to work out better to do it later in the afternoon or at night to film these videos, and it's going to work out really well tonight because I'm going to do this get ready with me, and then I'm going to do a makeup takeoff. It's going to be a battle of one brand's. They have two versions of a makeup remover, and we're going to see which version works better. So it's going to be a 2-4 situation. This is going to go on, and then I'm going to take it off, and that's going to give me 2 videos for the week. So let's get started. I have a slew of new makeup cosmetics, and I'm going to be using those. I'm going to show them to you. I'm going to use those, but I also didn't get certain things in that particular brand, so I'm going to be using some things that I have already used. And the only reason why I'm using some of this stuff is because it's already still sitting in that little carry-on that I have with the makeup that I've been using. And again, I'm going to be using the Fenty Plush Plunge situation in Kalahari Melon. Please excuse me for the sniffling. Whew, I'm hoping this stuff kicks in pretty quick because I've been going through it. Now, I keep talking about this. I keep saying, I initially said that this has some sparkle in it, which it doesn't. But it seems to, every time I put it on, it has like a slight golden sheen. So I think that's what made me think there was some kind of sparkle in this. It is. Looking against the cap here, I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it, but there's some sparkle in here. Shimmer, glitter, whatever. It's very faint, it's just very faint. But it is in here. I know I'm not crazy now, but you really can't see it on the lip. When you spread it out, the gold sparkle seems to give the appearance of a gold sheen or something. So that's cool. I know I'm tripping. Well, I'm always tripping, but oh, my nose. Oh my goodness. So let's get into this video. I don't want it to be long. I always say that, and I end up with an hour or 2-hour video. We're going to strive to do not that long of a video because I did a video of the battle that I was talking about where I took off some makeup after my last video from the Natasha Denona Bloom subscriber request look, and the video did not record. And I did that not on my laptop, that's been giving me a problem, but on my cell phone. So now the cell phone is giving me the business, but it's like my SD card was corrupted or not writable, and that sucker was like an hour and something. I'm like, you know what? So I ordered a new SD card. Hopefully, so there shouldn't be nothing on this sucker. It shouldn't be nothing on here to prevent it from recording as long as I need to record. And it's brand spanking new, so it better not cut off on me or when I get ready to upload it and tell me that there's nothing there. Because I was like, excuse me? Nothing there. Whatever. But this is the, oh goodness. So this is the big old box. Well, it's not a big old box. This is the box here of stuff stuff that I recently purchased. And we're going to get into it. Now, this is a brand. It's an old school brand. And it's geared toward women of color and other women, but primarily geared toward women of color. And it's, I used to get this brand mixed up with another brand that it doesn't have a similar name, but it's in the same vein. Well, of course, the genre is cosmetics beauty, but they were not synonymous, but they kind of do the same thing. Their demographic or their audience is about to say who they market to. And I used to get this mixed up with the other one so much, and I think I got it mixed up with it again because when I purchased this, it was a slip of the finger. I think I wanted to see how much it would cost or something. And I ended up pushing the button, and the sale went through. And I'm like, oh my God. No, that did not happen. Because it wasn't cheap. But it was cheaper than it would have been because I had a 30% discount on it. And I just wanted to see how much it was going to be with 30% discount. And lo and behold, as soon as I don't know what I pressed, but I pressed something, and it's like, thank you. I'm like, thank you. I didn't mean to do that. So I'm going to look at it. I'm like, how can I get it back? And I decided to accept that it happened. So it happened. So maybe I was supposed to have this stuff. Okay. But I used to get this brand confused with the other. And the brand I'm talking about is Flori Roberts. Do you guys remember this brand? I used to mix this up. Not all the time, but with Fashion Fair. Now, I think Fashion Fair has done a little bit of a comeback. Dion from Dion Laura or Miss Dion or Dion Loves Makeup. She loves their, it's either a setting or finishing powder, but it's loose. And it's in her exact skin tone. So she loves that, and that's her staple powder. So I don't know what I was thinking about, and then I saw this, and then they had like a kit that was cheap and a 30% off discount. And I was like, well, let me throw some stuff in the cart that I would want, and let me see how much it would cost, and press the button, and lo and behold, it showed up. So let's get started here. So everything, again, I should have taken the majority of this stuff out of the box, out of its individual boxes, but I might not use everything, but I still wanted to show you everything. So that's probably going to make this video longer than I had anticipated. But what you gonna do? As much as you try to prepare for things get away from you. Okay. So the first thing we're going to do, let's see, what's this? Put that over yonder. What's this? Okay. So I have 3, 6, 9, 12 products from the brand. One product from a different brand that I did not purchase the item in this brand because I didn't plan on purchasing anything. And everything, I bought like a little bundle kit, and it came with this bag. Now you see how big that box was? So when all the stuff I bought, I'm like, this can't possibly be it. They stuffed this stuff in here. I mean, it wasn't like stuffed in there or anything. It was packaged very well. But they got all that stuff in here with this bag. And that little wee box I just showed you. So let's get started. Now, this is called the Perfect Tone Moisture Light Skin Perfecting System with Umbilica. Okay. We're going to put this on, and this is a light and silky moisturizer that absorbs into normal to oily skin, leaving it soft, supple, hydrated, and never greasy while addressing the factors that cause dullness, uneven skin tone, dark spots, and aging. So, yeah, I'm trying to see. So they do have something called either perfect tone or even tone or something like that. Well, it's not supposed to have hydroquinone in it. So this is supposed to have like a derivative of a hydroquinone, but not to be as harsh because I think that's a very harsh chemical. being used over time. So we're going to use this. And we're going to use this as a sort of a primer situation, I hope. I'm going to attempt to smell it. I don't smell anything, but that does not mean that it doesn't have a smell because my nose is working against me at the moment. So it's like a cream colored product. And it's kind of thick. Like a cream you would get in a tub or a container. So we're going to put that. I smell something now. It's a citrus, tangerine smell. And we're going to put that all over the face. I'm going to use this as a moisturizer and a primer. Now, I don't remember. I think they do have a primer. Some kind of cream. Like an all-over face cream. But they say that you could use as a primer. But we're going to use this as a primer. Again, it has a citrusy, tangerine smell. Went into the skin. Doesn't feel tacky or it says light and silky, but it's not giving me any I still snap my fingers, so I'm not feeling greasy or anything like I said. And it does feels pretty good. It doesn't feel as good as that Lancome Hydrazine or that Fenty Nectar Glow I used before. So it doesn't feel as good as those two. But it feels pretty good. And it's sunk right in, so there you go. Next, we're going to get into I don't have a concealer from the brand. So let's see if I can find the last concealer I used. Is this little here. If I can find it. Okay, here we go. So we're going to use the, I thought I had it. Where'd it go? You know what? Bump it. Okay, we're going to use the Flori Roberts. This is the cream to powder foundation. I have the color Sepia, which is an Earth 3. They have about probably less than 10 colors, maybe 12, I don't know. But they go like clay, earth, things of that nature. This is the packaging. So it's some basic packaging. And I did go through and look at everything. So it does have a mirror. This is the color. So I'm hoping that works out. It looks a little, out of all the shades online, this looked the most comparable to my skin tone. And I didn't know it was a cream to powder, but it's a cream to powder. And you lift it up, and there's a sponge there with the holes to aerate it so it doesn't start to stink or anything. But we're not going to use that sponge. We're going to use a brush. If I can find it in here. Without taking 3 years to find it, of course. Okay. And this, of course, is going to be that LYS brush that I used for those liquid foundations before. I'm just wiping it off with that microfiber towel that I told you I love so much. I have my triangle of light, one on each side. Again, I can't smell anything, but maybe once I put the brush in to break the seal, I'll get a whiff of something. But right now, I don't smell anything. It doesn't have any claim. A cream foundation and powder all in one makeup. Gives lightweight natural coverage. Glides on like a cream with a velvety powder finish. Paraben and fragrance free, so it should not smell like anything. See if there's any no special ingredients. And let's go ahead. So going in like that. I'm just gonna Okay. This may not be the best brush for this. So what I did was I concentrated that foundation directly under the eyes of those dark eye circles that I got. The coverage. Okay. Oh yeah. Maybe the sponge is the best way to go. But I find I'm not very good with sponges in that matter because it like leaves a lot of product in one area, which is why I opted for the brush. So the color looks pretty good, but I don't know, maybe it's a little, I want to say orange. Does it look orange? I don't know. We'll see. Well, there was a debate on Gion's channel of bringing makeup down your neck. I don't do that. I take whatever is kind of left over and go down the chin a little bit, but as far as like taking it down the neck, you know, I'm gonna do that. Let's go on this side. I think I didn't put anything on that side. I know my arm getting tired of blending. It is getting tired of blending. I'm sitting in front of this heat duct and heat is on, coming up, making me extra hot. I got this sweater-like top on and getting a little overheated, but I do have the fan on the way over there, and I do, in that ring light I was telling you about, it does have a fan option, and I'm turning that sucker on right now so it can blow directly on me while I'm doing this. And it could be the lights, because like I said, I got a light here, light there, light there. So what you think of the color? Coverage is pretty good. Again, I think that the sponge would probably be the way to go, or maybe this is just not the right brush for it. I don't know. But I can add more coverage where I want with the brush and then blend it out. So that's good. So I'm going to stop here. Now this is supposed to be a cream to powder foundation. Okay, I don't feel like it's sitting on top of the skin or anything. What do you think? It did brighten my complexion. And yeah. So this again is the cream to powder foundation in sepia. And this is good for 18 months after you open it. Okay. Put that back from whence it came. Now, since it is a cream to powder, you'll say to yourself, there's no need to put a powder on. True. But I'm gonna, because I got one. So I was just wiping off the excess foundation on my little microfiber towel that I love so much. And get it out the bristles so it don't get all hard or whatever. And this is the powder foundation brush. This one is the Ipsy Pantone one. Now, by being cream to powder, I technically don't need a powder, but we're going to do that. And this is again a Flori Roberts. This is the Luxury Oil Blotting Pressed Powder. It says light as air, translucent formula, controls oil without drying to provide a totally matte finish. And this is in the shade brown, which is the deepest shade. I vacillated between this shade and another one, but I ultimately went for this one. And same kind of packaging. Good 18 months. Exact same packaging. Lift it up. There's a sponge there. We're going to use this brush. There's the color. Can you see that? It's like after a while, the color, well, whatever. So that's that. So I think that's an even better match than the foundation I just put on. So we're putting that on. So there's a kick up upon the initial touch with the brush. And this brush is very light. It's not pokey or anything. So it's not like breaking up the powder with the bristles. Trying to get up under that under eye. Because in addition to having this little allergy situation going on, my freaking under my eye is watering again. So I do have a brush I could go up under there, that triangular brush. Well, I don't seem to need it. I'll see what it's looking like after the fact. No set. So put this back in. Next, cut that off a little bit. We're gonna do this blush. This is the, again, Flori Roberts Color Pro Blush. Bright, right? I was trying to find a color that I kind of didn't have, which is card. Because I love blush, so I have a lot of different blush colors. But try not to go with the berry plum all the time. And this is Papaya Punch. No claims. This is also good for 18 months after opening. This reminds me of, what was the packaging? It's not very substantial. Feels very lightweight and flimsy. But what does it remind me? It reminds me of some kind of packaging. Maybe a not Wet n Wild. What does packaging remind you of? What is it? I think they're trying to look like MAC, but not. But MAC has some weight to it. Again, this Papaya Punch. Ooh, look at the light. We're going to use our Ipsy brush. We're going to go in here. A little bit of kick up. Coat the brush. Knock it off a little bit. Ooh, it's pretty though. Again, I'm applying it the way I like to typically apply blush on the apples of my cheek, and then sweep up. Woo! Goodness, that really did show. Unexpected. So the blush, you can see what's happening around the rim there. Blush is nice, and I'm knocking it off, but it is opaque, and it's packing a papaya punch. No pun intended. Ooh. Yeah. So, yeah. I don't know if they all perform that way, or it's because of the color. The further away I get, you can see a little bit better. But definitely on this side. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to tone that down with that powder brush again. Because it's a little bit more than I have been expecting. Like I said, you never had too much blush. But it's definitely too, because it's like sitting on my hairline. And I'm not sure it's because of that cream to powder foundation, if it's grabbing to that. But I don't want it to be that saturated color along my hairline. It should be like really feathered out. So I'm going to use this to feather it out a little bit. Alright, probably need to put some additional product on there, but I didn't. I'm going to wipe off that blush brush from Ipsy. Now that really stained it. Before when I was doing it with the other colors, it would still be the color of the last blush I used, but it would be a little bit white. But yeah, let's put that back from whence it came, and then do the eye thing again. So I don't want it to remove my under eye thing. I was watching today is the 19th MLK Day, and I was watching Dion's live. And her live was only a half hour, so I said, well, heck, I might as well go ahead and do my little video. And then I was watching Heavy on the Chives live, and she just went off. So we did that. Now, let's get into our eyeshadow palette. And this is the Color Artist Luminary palette. So this is a quad, and this is the Firelit palette. Good for 12 months after opening. They had two versions of this. They had liquid eyeshadow. I didn't opt for that. I'm not a big liquid eyeshadow person. Packaging on the inside looks the same as the packaging on the outside. The exact same. This was made, some of it tells me where it's made, some of it doesn't. The majority of this stuff seems like it has been made in the PRC. This has a mirror. And this is the color story. Now, online, this is how I know that I hadn't intended on purchasing anything. I just wanted to see what it looked like. But there it is. However, they had a different color story, so they only had the two. And this is more of a brown, situated brown, browsy. And the other one had like a deep navy blue in it, a purple, like an iridescent purple and a pink. I probably would went for that more so than this color story. This is very safe. And you have this 10,000 times over. We're going to use our Ultra Ego brushes just because they're there and easy. So where's the one I like to use? Okay. I'm going to grab that. We're going to wipe it off a little bit more just to make sure we're not using any color from the other palette that I might have used prior to. These do not have names. Again, this is the Violet palette. So this is the everyday color story. We're going to go in with this color here in the corner. And you know what we're going to do with that. Can you guess? Now this, as soon as I put my brush in it, you can see the kick up there. Tap. Going in. Oh, fudge. I'm glad I caught myself. Aren't you glad I caught myself? We need a, what do you call it? Eye primer. I'm going to use the YC collection because it's sitting in my little caddy here. It's not like it's a favorite. It's just what's available. I'm going to use that to prime the eye. Okay. Glad I caught that. I didn't do it. And that's because I had put some eye cream on earlier. And I put that on the eyelid as well. So just the sensation or the motion of having done that made my mind think that I had put on primer. And I had not. So again, we're using the YC collection. Did not purchase this per se as much as it came in one of those Ipsy bags or BoxyCharm boxes or something. So I don't even know if this brand is still in existence. But yeah, now we're going to go in with that color that's already on the brush. And we're going to take that into the crease. And this is more like a skin tone situation. And it's just getting rid of some of that darkness on my eyelid. Getting rid of some of that darkness. I'm taking it up a little bit higher to also get rid of some of it. So it's like a foundation or whatever for my lid because it's basically the same color. Just a little lighter, a little bit more warmth in it than my skin tone. We're just blending that in to the inner corner as well. I really wish I was on my laptop because it seemed like I'm so far away from you guys, especially doing eye work. Same color on the opposite side. I'm just placing and windshield wiper motions to get color all over in the area. To remove some of that darkness. And again, this is going to be a very basic eye look because I just picked the first quad just to put it in the cart to see what did it cost. Because otherwise I would have gotten the other one. So this is really good. It's a nice little slip. Like you put a slip on. Does anybody wear slips anymore? I can't imagine wearing a dress without a slip. My grandmother raised me, and it was for a time there, it was hard finding a slip. I would go to Walmart and Target, and I wanted a half slip, and then I think I ended up finding a half slip, but it was, it just wasn't like the same like you would get back in the day, because I had one that my grandmother gave me a long time ago, and of course the elastic and it disintegrated. So I had to get a new one. So I ended up getting, where did I find that slip? It took me a minute to find the slip because I'm like, what is going on here? People don't wear slips anymore? I just feel kind of naked without it or something. Like, just don't feel like you're completely dressed. Now, sometimes, I mean, I got to the point where I became okay not wearing slips because it was so hard to find one after a while. I used to wear dresses a lot. And I'm not going to tell you the reason why I kind of stopped and then did not continue. But excuse me. Excuse me. But finding a slip was a hard thing to do. We're going to wipe that brush off. We're going to go into a shader brush. Oh my God, my eyes watering. At least I don't feel as, you know how you get that itchy nose? Itchy runny nose? Oh my God, I was feeling like that all weekend. It was not good. We're going to take this number 4 from Alter Ego. We're going to go into this shade here. Right next to the shade we put on our crease. And that's going to go on our lid. Like a bronzy, coppery thing. And I hope it doesn't turn metallic. I do not like metallics on my eyes. I might take a swig of water in a minute. I do apologize for coughing at you. So, what do I think about this? Okay, foundation's pretty good. Don't mind that. Just setting powder, finishing powder, whatever kind of powder I bought was pretty good. Don't mind that. I think you can skip the eyeshadow palette. Now, if you want something very basic, gonna be pretty good. You know, not out of this world kind of formula, then this will do. However, if you're looking for a wow factor situation, I don't think this is it. I'm trying not to get my brush where my eye is watering. That'll make it look a whole lot brighter because it'll be like using a mixing medium on the brush. I'm trying to get it into the corner so that it's not like missing any color. So the color is nice and bright. It has opacity, but it's nothing, spectacular. It's just a basic shadow to me. I think this quad was $30. So a quad for $30 from Flori Roberts. Luckily, it was 30% off. But yeah, I think I would have felt a little bit better with the other quad because it's a little bit different than what I have. I'm not really into these bright coppery bronzy tone, well, copper tones like metallics on my eyelids anyway. So yeah, I'm trying to get this to match what's going on over there on the other side. Okay. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna take that same brush that we did the original first color with, nothing on it, and we're gonna go in between the two to get rid of that line. And I am gonna add some more of that first color on it just to marry those colors together, blend them a little bit more. The problem with what the frick is happening? Is this the same brush? I think it's the same brush. I don't know. Uh, is that when you use like a metallic-y shade, it kind of moves up that brightness instead of like tamping down a little bit. So yeah, I don't particularly care if that's happening, but what you gonna do? I don't know if this is the same brush. I don't think this is the same brush I was using. Well, oh well, I'm using it now, right? Let's get that on the other side, and I just want to get rid of that harsh line that's in there. Now, I do wish this had, instead of that, okay, that's making a heat ton of fall out. Can you see that? Instead of this creamy bone color, I could have done for a deeper chocolatey shade for some depth. So, what I'm going to do, I am going to pull out that Bloom palette. And I think it's a deep dark brown. Yeah, we're going to use bark. And like these two palettes definitely complement each other. Are they in frame together? So we're going to use bark on the outer edge. Now this is a Natasha Denona. We're going to put that in the middle where we're like sandwiched in between. Okay, and this is the Bloom palette, and I used this in the last video, my subscriber request video, just because I need some ooh, nose trying to run. Not that you want to know all that, but yeah. Yeah, I really don't think this is the brush I was using, but I don't know what I did with it, where it could have been. We're going to use this on the other side, on an angle. It's in the middle there to anchor the look, and then bring it together. Okay. Okay. That back, like this off, eye watering, because you can. Working against me. I'm trying not to, oh, look what happened. Did you see that? It's all up under there. Oh, my goodness. What can I do? There's a big fluffy brush though. Is it here? Where is it here? There it is. And take the big fluffy brush and try to And I will say that it didn't give me fallout, but messing around with the that paper towel made what was on the paper towel transfer to my face. So I'm gonna go back into the pressed powder and hopefully use that to go over that not fallout, but paper that shadow that was left over on my paper towel. I'm gonna go over that to try to. Okay, that worked out, but now I gotta go on the other side because it's brighter on one side than the other. And this is the LIS brush, that triangular brush that I used before for the concealer situation. I'm using it at an angle. Okay. I'm gonna get some of that off of there, and I'm gonna go back over it because I think I got a little too much on the inner eye here. Okay, that got away from me. So what I'm gonna do, I have a clean towel. I'm gonna use it to keep the transfer from the previous product on my eye. Now, I'm going to put that back because it served its purpose. So just go back and use your pressed powder or your foundation. It is a cream powder, so I guess I could have used that as well. However, I went back in with the pressed powder to fix that issue. Then we're going to go into that peachy situation at the top with the number 6 Ultra Ego. We're going to use that up under the brow, which I probably shouldn't because I feel like it's just I think it's okay now, but I'm trying to use the product, you know. I'm not pulling it all the way over because I want to keep it under the brow arch and down. Okay. Now that's going to require some blending. Let's wipe that off. And then go back and blend between the two colors there as much as I can. I don't want to add any additional color. It's just to tamp it down a little so it's not so bright. When you turn, you can see the brightness. And then when I put my browns on, it should make everything move forward and recede, so to speak. But not taking it all the way over because it is like, I don't know, unless you like that. But I want to keep it primarily up under the brow arch and down the brow for also some kind of definition. So we're done with that. Next, we're gonna do, y'all know with the same brush. It's hiding from me. And what I do is when you take your glasses off, it's like you can't find nothing. I have a rubber band on this. I don't know where it is, so I just throw that in there. Now I don't have a brow soap product from Flori Roberts. So what I'm gonna do, if I can find it in here, I'm gonna use the one I don't like. That's from Lady Gaga. House Labs Custom. Whatever it is. Is this it? Yeah, this. It's in medium brown for this Lady Gaga. Well, House Labs, medium brown. And to me, this is nothing to write home about. I got this off the Ipsy Mega Drop Shop store. And it was really cheap. And maybe that's why I was there. But even being pretty cheap, had I used it before seeing that it was there, I probably would have left it there. Because it's not the spoolie is nice and soft, but the color deposit is not too good. I feel like I really got to press on my skin, and then my tail is not showing. Look at that. I did put on some lotion, but it's wintertime, girl, and it like sucks up into my skin there. I mean, this is not the worst brow pencil I've ever used, but it's definitely not the best, and it's not worth, to me, I'm sure it's about $20-something. I definitely wouldn't pay $20-something for this. This is just, she needed a brow product in her lineup, and there it is. And then I'm using so much of it to get color saturation, definition. It's a thin pencil, which is okay. But you end up using so much of it, twisting it up. Like I say, trying to get it to show up. I've been twisting it up. This is like my 5th time twisting it up here. So I don't want to go overboard with this, but I wanted to show up, I'll be, yeah. Had I bought this for full price, I would not have been a happy camper. I'm using too much of the product to get it to show. Now, if you got a trick that I don't know about in using this particular brow product, let me know. But I can tell you right now, it's not a horrible product. I wouldn't run out to get it again, even if it was on sale again. Because you'll go through it so quickly. I mean, it's making you work for the result. And I think for the price point, had I paid that price point, you shouldn't have to work for the result. So, next. What I don't have, this is good because, I'm going to line my eye. If I find it in here. I think my Maybelline Curvitude liner is in here somewhere. Let's just pick this sucker up and try to find it like that because, it's just it. Yep. It is my favorite liquid liner, the Maybelline Curvitude. I don't know if they still make it. I think I only have one back up. I do not believe they have a color other than black. But it's just freaking effortless, yeah. It's just effortless and this is already at an angle, so you just glide it one way and glide it back the other. I think if you put the end wing on and then sharpen the line up a little bit and fill it in, you're good to go. And as with anything, I think this is a very easy way to do a wing if you're not very adept at it. It's bold and black. Um, it just works. And I've had that particular one open for quite a while, and it has not failed me yet. Now, all we have left to do, we have to do the mascara. Now, I did not get a mascara from Flori Roberts. I didn't particularly care for I think it was a bristle brush, but I did not care for the shape of it or something. It didn't look like anything special, especially how they described it. Didn't say anything special. But what I do have is from Lancome. Big surprise. But it's a new one. It's a brand new mascara. And it's called the Lash Idol Curl Goddess, which is a fast-setting curl and volume mascara. Can you see that? Oh my goodness. The curl. What do they call it? Curl Goddess. This is better. It's a 30-hour wear. Well, up to 30-hour wear. And this is in the shade 01 Divine Black. This touts a 1.5 times root to tip curl boost. No way down. Up to 800% volume. A twisted curved brush. Clump and flake resistant. So there are your claims. The brush looks interesting. And then they have a eye mascara, mascara melt away. So you put it on with the wand, and I guess it breaks down the mascara. But look at the tube. Isn't that? I will say it's very light. It's kind of flimsy. And it just says, Lancome on one side, if you can see that. And then it says Lash Idol Curl Goddess on the other, if you can see that. And again, this is 01 Divine Black. And let's pull this. I have it. I've taken it out the box, but I haven't opened it. And there we go. And this is the brush. Now, I know some people love a curved brush. This seems to be a very slight curve to the brush. And it is a bristle brush. So I'm very happy about that. But it twists. The bristles kind of twist around the wand there. Let's see what it does. And you know how I like to do it. I like to go over the tops and comb through. I like to use the end of the brush to flare out the ends of my lashes on the inner and outer. The brush, since it's slightly curved, it is more natural than a straight up curved brush you'll see in most mascaras in the wand. And then I like to get those tips. Okay, now this is supposed to be a curl. Now I have a natural curl to my lashes, so I don't know how much of a difference I'm gonna see. And I'm gonna use this like one side with just the mascara. The packaging is very lightweight, flimsy almost, I dare say. And I think the mascara is about, is it $28? The course, I had a discount. I ain't crazy. Not to say you're crazy if you pay. And they have a mini, so you could try it with the mini. I'm trying not to go back in. I want to go back in with this wand for the inner corner. And you're not really gonna see my inner corner lashes because I made the liner a little thicker. So we're gonna put that back in there. And then we're gonna look for that lash. Got a lash primer from Lancome. The problem is, it's a little bitty mini, so it's kind of hiding under. I see everything that I was looking for prior to, but not the one I'm looking for now. And if I can't find it, I won't use it. Simple as that. Okay, there we go. Oh my god. This also elongates the video. Being a little disorganized. Okay, so this is the Seals Booster XL from Lancome. Lash primer. We're going to put that on this side. And see if that now, helps it a little bit. Now, it doesn't say you need to use the lash primer, but they sell a lash primer. And of course, they market it to help lengthen, volumize your lashes. But then they sell you a mascara that's supposed to do all that on its own. Okay, so I'm gonna take it back out. Yeah, the packaging is very flimsy. I do like the brush. I'm not sure if it's doing anything special. Kind of let it dry a little bit so I don't get it mixed in with the actual formula of the mascara. So I'm trying to let this just dry a little bit so that it's not, like I say, mixing in and changing the formula of the mascara. And let's go in, shall we? And we going over. Oh goodness. So I'm about to wait till that gets dry. Cause I touched one of my little skin tags or moles there. And, now I will say that this side, not using the primer, it seems like it's like I saw the result a little quicker from the mascara. Using over this lash primer, it's kind of, we can work a little bit. And I know that I finally figured out, or not figured out, dang, I want to go back in. Again, I prefer a wet mascara. This is not dry. I think it's just not in the bristles. Now that I'm showing you, now that I've actually used it, but it's not, the mascara was like on the tip, not in the actual bristles of the brush. And I don't know, when I opened up that LYS mascara the other day, it was like that as well. So I don't know if something has to happen as you're using it, going in and out the bottle or something. We'll put some more on this side just to build it up. It does dry very quick. It claims not to clump or flake. I'm not getting no flakes, even though this side is dry on the right. And I'm just going over it, so to speak. I can't really see what's going in the I don't see any change in the inner corner. But what do you see? And this is the part that sucks about not being on my laptop, because I'm so far away from you. I don't know if you see anything at all. So, get you a Maybelline mascara. It's okay. I like the brush. I like what the brush is supposed to do. The formula is okay. It is more of a wet than dry, so if you don't like that, it's going to take a minute probably before it dries, the actual formula. But it's not promising length, but it looks like it's supposed to give a little length. It doesn't feel crunchy, but you can get you some what is that, Maybelline Soft and Full. That's a good one. I know it's probably not very popular, or any of the Colossal brand. I think the Sky High is supposed to be pretty good. I just bought a Maybelline mascara. I can't remember. I think it was a Sky High that has a drier formula to it. I like that the brush isn't that curved. It's a slight curve, which is more in line with the shape of your eye itself. But I can't say run out and get it. Nope. Try the little mini version for like $15, $16 and see if you like it. Now, like I said, the packaging is very cute. What it claims to do is cute. I'm not seeing this result though. It was more, so I guess it depends on your lashes. What you start out with. And like I said, I typically already have a curled lash. And that's supposed, I think that's one of the things they say, don't worry about the curlers anymore. Just use this. I don't know. It's alright. Now, next we're gonna do our lippy lips. So I'm gonna blot my lip from that Fenty situation. Now, I got a lip liner. And I don't know how I feel about it, but this is the Dream Liner Lip Pencil. Of course, from Flori Roberts. And I got the shade Rich. Now, remember? Rich. Oh, man. I don't have no zoom on here. But it's Rich Cocoa. I know you're probably looking at it. It's blurry. Messing with your eyes. Now, this does say People's Republic of China. Good for 12 months after opening. Mascara was 6 months after opening. This is what it looks like. So it is a twist up situation. Rich Cocoa. It has a little sharpener on the bottom that nobody really uses. But, oh Jesus, this is the color. That's supposed to be Rich Cocoa. You see that? Can you see that? What? This is good for somebody that's not my complexion. Not as dark as I am. Maybe tan and moving to the opposite liner end of the spectrum, of the color spectrum. But let's swatch it, see if it's creamy or anything. Nothing to write home about. It's swatching deeper though than what it's looking. It's swatching deeper than it's looking to me. Maybe it'll work. Again, I can't really spell that. So we're gonna put it on. Okay, well, it's no molasses. I think molasses is definitely my holy grail lippy from Sephora. I know they have change the packaging. I'm not sure if it's been reformulated or anything. I hope not. And if they have, I hope they have not changed the actual color. Because the last is a perfect color. Now, okay, so it looks lighter in the in the pencil itself to me. It looks like a milky chocolate, like a light milk chocolate, but it's swatched deeper. And I see it on my lips, so it's not a bright brown coming at me, so maybe it is a twist up too, so I'm gonna just verify. You twist it up, twist it down. Move it in, move it out. Disco Liddy. Remember that? Is that Johnny Taylor? And then did he make a, it's cheaper to keep her. It's cheaper to keep her. Okay, that's why I dropped something, because I ain't got no business singing. Because I can't sing for today. Okay. Lastly, we're gonna do some lippies, of course. So I have 3 lipsticks, 3 lip gloss. I'm gonna smack myself. I have a concealer. And this is how I know I'm supposed to buy this, because I would have known what the hell I purchased. This is the concealer in Earth. And I thought this was a lip gloss. And it says this concealer is a 24-hour long wearing product that hides under eye circles, redness, and imperfections without settling into facial lines. Plus, it's also a full coverage primer that creates a seamless canvas that keeps your eye color looking brilliant, fresh, and just apply all day. Apply once, then set with your favorite powder, and you're ready to go for 12 hours. It says use the edge or tip of the applicator to sculpt with a finer line for precision. Use the flat side for fuller delivery. Blend out with our soft focus blending sponge. And here is the concealer. So it's also does double duty, it says, as a eye primer. It says concealer and eyeshadow base. Can you see that? And again, this is in, what's that, frick? Earth. I have not opened this, because clearly I forgot I had it. The packaging is elf-like to me. The brush is a doe foot and has a lot of product on the end there. And since I can't use it at the moment, we're gonna do a little swatch. And this is Earth, the shade Earth. It is a thick, moussey, creamy situation. And it says also eyeshadow base. So I could have used that instead of that YC collection had I remembered I had it. And that's the shade, but we're gonna blend that out there. So I wonder, I'm gonna dry this down really quick. It's matte. I wonder, because it's also an eyeshadow base, how it performs as a concealer and vice versa, because concealers and eyeshadow bases were not created for the same thing. I don't smell anything, but this is kind of elf packaging to me. I think that was about 25, 30 bucks itself. The coverage is good. Color is good. So I think I picked a good color. So next time I do a video, I'll use this concealer, since I forgot. So that leaves me with 2 lip glosses and 3 the P's. And they're all moisturizing lipsticks. No matte. It says luxury lipstick, paraben, fragrance free, and never tested on animals. It doesn't tout any other claims. 18 months once opened. And I have 3 shades. And the first one we're going to look at is Black Brandy. Now I got one of these was a part of a kit. So you got to choose a lip gloss, a lip shade, that serum moisturizer I used earlier, a lip liner. I can't remember what else. Okay, so this is the packaging. This FR simple, is not magnetic. Click now. I did look at these. Now the bullet reminds me of like some Wet n Wild situation. Cause so you see like the edge there. You can see like, I guess where, I don't know. It looks kind of crayony or very drugstore. And it has it has like a kind of sweet scent, but it's kind of old school. So that's Black Brandy. We'll do a swatch of it here. Okay. We'll put it down there close to the hookup, right? You see that? That's Black Brandy. Then we have, what is this? Fierce. Same packaging. I think they have liquid lipsticks, but they do not have a, these are not magnetic. It clicks. And this is Fierce. Now, I don't remember it being this color, but I picked it. And that's Fierce. It reminds me of the Wet n Wild shade, as does the Black Brandy. And then the last shade I have is called Peace, which is my word for the new year. I want more peace in my life, professionally and personally. This is Peace. This of the 3 is the more interesting one. It seems to have some shimmer in it. Might be a metallic. Hope not. I definitely don't like metallics. If I don't like it on my eyes, I definitely don't like it on my lips. And we're gonna, this is Peace. Can you see that? I like Peace. So, lip liner is still on. We're gonna go with Peace. It is moisturizing. It's gliding on. It has like an old school lipstick smell that's competing with a sweet scent. Okay. So that's Peace. Next, I'm just gonna show you, because I don't think the shades I pick would complement either one of the won't complement the lipstick I chose to put on for the look. And I picked I have 2 different versions. I have the Luscious Lip Lacquer in the shade Sparkling Rosé. Good for 12 months. Again, the packaging is reminiscent to Pat McGrath, or even, was it Vizier? And it just says Flori Roberts. And some basic information on the side. And it is Sparkling Rosé. We'll take a peeky poo. I have not opened this. Ooh. Has a flat paddle brush. Doe foot applicator, rather. I smell something, but I can't really tell you what it is at the moment. This is Sparkling Rosé. So it's pretty. It's sheer. It reminds me of a shade I've got from, what's it called? Candy Pop from Sephora. The Sephora line, which is kind of looking like this packaging too. Um, I don't know what that's in it, but it reminds me of that shade. And then the next one I have is actually a mineral lip shine. This is in the shade Plumberry. And does it say anything? Add dazzling, selfie-ready dimension to your lips with this luxury mineral lip gloss, packed with pigment. This high wattage formula will illuminate your lips with a dazzling finish that lasts and lasts. Flori Roberts mineral-based lip shine conditions and protects the lips while providing second to none shine. Good for 24 months. And this one was good for, so the lip gloss, the Luscious Lip Lacquer is good for 12. But this Mineral Lip Shine is good for 24 months. Again, giving me Wet n Wild L5s with the packaging. Very lightweight packaging. The font is not the same across the board of the line. I think they might need to tighten that up a little bit. And maybe because this is on a rounded tube or something, that they can't, can you see that? They can't do the font the same. But this is the Mineral Lip Shine. And let's see what it does. Look at it. Oh God, it's a brush. Who still puts brushes? Okay. This is more candy-ish, vanilla-y. And this is this color. And again, this is Plumberry. And it's a brush. They're not that far off. Not that far off. One is, I guess, okay. So one has a little bit more purple in it. Okay, at least the brush. Another reason, well, one reason why I was like, ugh, is like those brushes, they be splayed all over the place, and it doesn't really allow you to put the product on very well. But this, as you can see, is the cut is good. The density is good. So I might enjoy using that. Another problem is like when you put it back into the tube, the bristles might catch on the side and push up, and then they be in that position. So I'm gonna see if I can get it. Okay, it went straight in. It didn't like catch or anything. So yeah, that's okay. And it kind of locks into place. I know you're tired of watching me do this. Now I have a setting spray, not from what you call that place, Flori Roberts, but this is the Manakadar Skincare Hydrating Face Mist. It says Hydration Happy. Definitely got this from BoxyCharm, or Ipsy Ultimate or Extra, whatever they call themselves. And yeah, so hopefully this mister is better than that Ulta Dewy Face Mister. It looks better. It's, ooh, not really. Ooh, fancy. This smells Spotlight. Very refreshing. I like the scent of this. Okay. Yeah. The it says well, mist the face 2 to 4 times in an X or T formation. Hold at arm's length. I guess you would, because some places say 2 to 4, I don't know. But yeah, you do need to hold it back way back there because that mister is about on par with that Ulta one. But this is the look. I know it took forever, but this is our Flori Roberts going back down memory lane. Look, I hope you enjoyed the video. Maybe check out some Flori Roberts products for yourself. They might still be 30% off. And yeah, I will see you in another video, which will probably be me taking off all this stuff to make up for the video that I took off the Natasha Denona Bloom makeup that did not. It recorded, but then I guess it was corrupted and it could not save the video to the actual SD card. Let me put this stuff back where it came from. Yeah. So, yeah, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. My nose trying to get the best of me. Check out my other content. Like, comment, and subscribe. Woo! So tell me what you might want to see on the channel. I have tons of makeup, so even if it's not the same, the brand you might want to see, and let me know the brand. I might have something from the brand. But if it's like just a color story or a particular look or something like that, aesthetic or theme, let me know and I'll see if I'm able to get that done for you. I'm going to try to be very consistent and diligent and purposeful in my videos requests that come from my subbies. And I will see you in another video. Have a great day, afternoon, or evening.